of 9. They'll start on the T side here, considered to be one of the world's best teams on Vertigo, and they're entering, Jason, with 3 smokes. A very tactical approach here.
Yeah, but coming out with brawn heavy, it feels like, in this initial stage. A flat-out rush up the ramp, double-netting sandbags to clear things out, the boost up. Oh, they never saw it coming. Nice and easy. No more progress to be made until the swing afterwards makes it dicey for complexity, but constant aggression from these USPs, and Alesia's going to back away with 1.
That was lovely regress from Elysia. Now Floppy's locked the door behind them. There's no way out. You can use all your util you want, lads. You've got to hit the headshots too. No armor on K. Awkward now. It's the exchanges found. JT.
Ooh.
Puts one between the eyes of K. Going for the plant would be nice, but sticking out of that.
Oh no!
The wiggles! The wiggles have come back!
Yeah, did he just say I suck?
That sounds like Floppy.
Oh, that's a shame. That is kind of substantial. Now it means they can force by Galils in the second if they want to. It would have been a great pistol otherwise, but still a good one. 3 players survive. There's still jovial scenes of complexity, but that is significant.
And you just kind of dominate Nine's attack. They didn't, all that utility just went to waste. They didn't even get to use any of it until it was too late.
Yeah, and it makes you think as well. We talked about the fact that when you come into Pro League, you know your opponents in your group well ahead of time. You're expecting to have a head-to-head with 9.
And if your opponent's 9, you know you're going to go to Vertigo.
You know it's coming, especially if you can't veto it. So, yeah, it puts them in this position where they probably have done a lot of studying as to how their tendencies look. And this is already, like, are we all seeing the same thing here? Hyper-aggressive, pre-planned moves. Look at this. Immediately forcing Minio to despawn. But
nice idea.
Dead to Minio's Tech 9. Grim gone, and Elige, with a response, punishes the jump for info.
Bang. What a shot from Elige. That's an all-important trade to get in a round where you're up against rifles. Now, last round in the pistol round with all those nades and Molotovs, we saw them come in and double nade over towards sandbags. They don't have the utility for it this time, but JT, caught unawares, still manages 1. And the flank comes down as Elige makes it down ladder quietly.
3 on 3. A couple of Galils, a Tech 9, and now just 1 smoke. That's the ultimate piece of utility. A flashbang used. Now they have nothing. Elige, does he check his corners?
No.
Apparently not.
Well, that's fallen a little too easily, hasn't it? And it's changed Nine's plans. Retrieving the rifle at the bare minimum.
I think he would have heard Floppy rotating away as well. I think he would have heard those footsteps, or maybe just like a shadow of the footsteps that he could have heard that would have been saying, someone's running off. You have 1 defender, it's Holzerk. And it'll be quiet from here on out with no nades.
Oh, we saw one. Holzerk gets information of the player towards short. Will find that frag, but he cannot deny the plants, however. Difficult frag towards the sandbags, gets the dink off, but that's about it, leaving Floppy in the unenviable position of a 2 versus 1. No kit, no utility. And Kyler is low, sure, but how does he even get close to the frag?
Yeah, he's been hurt as well, so they'll be able to position wisely. Kyler looking for the answers, looking for that first connection, and yeah, it does spot out his head. Knows he's still locked in on those sandbags. That low HP as well, yeah, Floppy's just not able to find it in time. 10-second defuse ahead of him, so would rather preserve the M4 and Kev.
I don't even hate the fight necessarily from Holzerk, but when you go down without getting that kill, like it's too much time where Floppy without a kit has to actually actively hunt down those players' positions, can't just wait and try and force them into peak. They can be safe for days. It puts them in a near impossible spot, but this might actually be the kill at the end of the day that seals the round. The kill onto Grim, the headshot with the Tech 9 at T-spawn. A huge benefit to get early on, get a man advantage, thins out players for the defense later on, and obviously prevents him from occupying that space for much longer.
So, you would assume it's a force buy and response, and indeed it is. Floppy will have to save them 4.
This is how
these Deagles otherwise.
This is how the first half of Anubis began, right? That turned into a little bit of a calamity for complexity. They did recover from fair play, but I mean, Nine was able. They lost the pistol. They won the second round and went on a little bit of a run.
It all goes down to that kind of situation: 3 versus 1 on the pistol. Floppy guaranteed kill on the bomber. Couldn't actually take him down, and that would have saved them as 2. Well, they would have had the 2-0 start presumably, but now 1-1, force buying themselves. The Mag 7's back. It's a Pro League special.
The glass cannon. Mag
Shotgun
7.
season. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Love to see it.
So.
Don't see it often, but when you do, you love it.
I do love seeing Elige in a forward position as well. He knows he has to be a bit of a playmaker in this game. And peeking straight back into Minio over the flames. It's surely favoring the pole, I was going to say, but Elige now in pole position. Forward position. Max 7 now racks up another. Hades gone to it. And forward on the
got the AK and the M4.
Yeah, hang on. This B site's about to be taken and probed. There's still one towards the sandbags on ramp, but Grim didn't clear him. He doesn't think there's anyone on B. Little does he know the bomb's going down there. Now they have to rotate through. A nice deep smoker. HE for good measure. The spam is perfect onto JT. And 9 have got that lovely late flank. K is going to have a dream. Oh, so many bodies not looking his way. A triple from K. And all of that hard work from Elige comes crumbling down.
Yeah, nothing he can do now. K lying in wait, using the comms, allowing the TTs to set themselves up for the retake there, caught them with the flashes in their hand, pants around the ankles, and it will be a lovely 3-man spray down.
That's a great round to showcase what makes 9 so dangerous on this map as well, because they're so good at moving between bomb site to bomb site, and then on top of that, leaving like lurkers in position, right? They head A, they get stalled out, they get shut down with 2 kills, they leave K in position, they say, we're going to take space over at the B bomb site, a lot of bodies here, we can be aggressive, we can take some liberties, and as soon as they feel the rotation has actually come over and committed, then it's K's turn to make the move. And they're so good at juggling who's the playmaker on this map in ways that they haven't figured out on others' maps.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole, discourse that they were having, I think that the Kyler frag came as a product of, I need them looking away from me. And that was perfect. He nades the smoke, he spams the smoke, happens to get a kill, but it does lead to K getting 3 from behind with no one looking, no one ready for that.
All right.
I really liked his position. He was crouched behind this sandbag.
Yeah, exactly, the entire time. They thought the ramp was clear.
Xbox, I should be specific.
They thought Xbox was clear, but anything but. But we'll see what Complexity can do with the saved AK-47. A nice swing towards the A ramp. Isn't the best start, you can say that again, as JT has dropped as well. Everyone going down like flies here. Just Floppy remaining. Very convincing round here for 9. They go at 3-1. A fantastic start on their T-side campaign. As Complexity will have to sit back and wait. They will have finances going forward, but after the force buy, I'm not sure they'll have the AWP. Time will tell. Where is Floppy?
Where is he at? Where is that little guy?
Over towards CT spawn.
You miss Floppy?
Yeah, Ricky and I lived next door to each other for about a year.
Oh yeah, in Belgrade.
In Belgrade, yeah. It wasn't the best of times by any stretch. We were compromised.
No fault of his own, though?
Yeah, no, we were, it was a struggle. It was the peak pandemic at that point.
Yeah.
Online CS, everyone's stressed out.
Living away
making
from
a
home.
clown show for everyone on the internet. That was the whole thing. But do love Ricky a lot.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's come back from the dark side.
He's another player this Complexity team could really use, like, getting back to, like, peak performance. And he's another one of those players. He's kind of like, I always look at him in this team like he's kind of like the NAF of the team, where it's like he's got the skills to be in better positions, but he's so good at, like, wherever they put him, and he's so willing to just kind of do, like, take up a role that is not as glamorous, isn't going to give you all the spotlight. It's a rare breed who can do that, and Floppy plays it well.
A lot of damage received towards middle. Horzo down to 45, and the pace continues to increase here at the A ramp. It's K. They'll continue that good form we saw on the A lurk, but just for now baiting out the utility, keeping JT on his toes. He'll go with the spam, but nothing connects. It's actually towards B we're going to be finishing up by the looks of things. A set piece, which are very in fashion right now. You'll see multiple Molotovs littered over the bomb site, but not before Kyle is boosted up.
Yeah, he's hidden his gun barrel well as well. Not going to be caught out poking through the boards. Mantle's up. Floppy hidden on Quant. The molly will force him wide. Better have a smoke ready. And now the rotation's cut off. Kyler's got that locked in. Not anymore. Oh, Floppy! What? That is stunning. A triple kill on the defensive B.
So good. Is it enough, though? 3-on-2. Bomb is here, but needs to be recovered by Hades. They have a couple of smokes remaining, so they can slow this round down, with the pressures continuing to be applied here by Complexity. Looking for that retake, but Hades hits an absolute banger.
Nice. But this is better from Elige. Forward position. He pushes back into the side. No moment. Not a moment's respite. 4-9. After committing to the site now, K, he's had a lot of impact already. 8 frags and counting. And he's milking this clock for every second he can get. Fakes it, here's them running at him. Does manage to take the engagement. JT wins his duel. And there's a second round for Complexity.
Yeah, I kind of think they needed that as well. You don't want to see it spiral so early on. They're keeping it competitive. They keep 2 players alive there as well, as it's 9 who gets completely mauled by Floppy at the back of the B site here. It was Kai that already got behind enemy lines as well, but well handled. The turrets mowing down 3.
Where was the attack? Where were the rest of the bodies pushing forward? It's like when he actually pounces out, that smoke's a dead giveaway. He's there, right? And you're still coming out of smoke as that defender fighting, and it seemed like no one on 9 got the message to watch for that exit. He actually had so much space when he gets out of the smoke. I think 9 looking at that back is going to have a conversation about their spacing up that ramp because nobody for the immediate trade is a huge issue. That's a find.
That's a nasty death for JT to stomach. Straight smoke shot straight to their head. No counterplay to that. Just don't be there.
Yeah, apparently. Just don't ever be in that spot.
Don't be there. Wherever that was, don't be there. Flash up Xbox. They actually, mismanaged that.
Yeah, not enough mustard on that hot dog.
Hold on. Leash feeling himself. That's a lot more than he bargained for, though.
Yeah, very wide swing on that one. Sees 4 players, doesn't know where to shoot.
Well, I think he's hoping for the coverage of the Molotov to like obscure vision a little bit, right? But it got extinguished or blew up in the air or something a little bit wonky.
That's one word for this round.
Wow, stunning recovery from Halzak. He sprayed down 2. There could be a round on. Floppy, the ball's on you, just staring at the ground on the default boxes. He's got his full trust in his teammate on short side. And now Minio. Ooh, headshot fight. No. Tap it to the dome. Now both take out the fight. It's Grim left in the clutch.
Here we go then. Hades switches out to the AK-47, recovers the bomb, and he's being aggressive, of course. Grim will relinquish control for now, at least. Reset the situation. 20 seconds remaining. Wait for the plant to come through.
Or the push. Hades, considering his options, does go for the plant. Grim lets him go. Oh, and the placement of the crosshair, stunning. He's a professional after all. Hades delivers in the 1v1. After all of that hard work, recovering the round, Halzak a double, a nice tap out of Floppy, all for naught.
Yeah, that's a 3-on-5 that Complexity almost brought right back, and that's so deflating to lose it in that fashion. Nice clutch from Hades swapping out to the AK-47.
Yeah, so aware, wasn't he? He knew exactly how to win it, how to convert, where he needed to place the cross there, and it all started with that Minio spam as well. Like Jason said, a 5-on-3. They bring it right down to the 1 versus 1, but Hades plays it to perfection, sabotages the finances of Complexity as well. This is like the worst case scenario now. You're 4-2 down, money and the loss bonus not really established. It's full eco territory, and yeah, nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah,
at the most is a deagle you can bring out.
This is about as harsh of a reset as you see in modern day Counter-Strike, isn't it? Where you're just kind of in that halfway world of where the force buy doesn't make sense, but you're still going to be right on the edge when the next round the guns come out again. Tough place to be for Complexity, and on this map, like 9's not going to give you opportunities to get back into it the way they did on Anubis. They're not going to give you those mistakes. They're not going to make those crazy pushes that bring you back into rounds. Complexity's going to have to claw it all the way back, and this time they have a stack in the wrong place.
Yeah, what can you do with just the USPs, no Kevlar? Don't even have the flashbang to work with, so we'll see whether they can actually find a kill. Holding on to the one piece of utility they have. JT calling for the troops to investigate the ARAM, sending them to their certain death, I think. As K initiates battle. First killer's here, he's looking for a triple. Not going to happen. They'll get a Galil out of it, but that is about it. Might need to save it as well, considering the point Jason just made. The money's going to be tight. Galil might be quite welcome to this point.
Someone on this team's a Galil user.
Yeah.
I don't know who it would be, but someone's going to be voluntarily taking that weapon.
You think?
Goofy can rip it out of their hands. Oh, he's looking for the boost as well, that cheeky bugger. He does go down. Minio's got the trade. And still Galil kept in hand. And now this is the one where I think the hunt's got to stop for 9. Don't give him an over an AK-47. So Complexity back off. They call a stalemate, but 9's up by 3.
Well, there we have it. They will save the Galil at least. Might be able to squeeze out the AWP as well. Horzok's got a little bit more cash than the others, 3,600, so he'll be able to buy the sniper. Floppy with the Galil, I'm sure he'll hold on to it and keep his cash nice and strong. He's had a pretty impressive performance, all things considered. Horzok got 8, it's Floppy at second with 6, as we get into round number 8 here. Wheels haven't fallen off yet, but we're getting there. 9 looking way too comfortable. Their money is not too strong, as you might imagine, considering the scoreline. They've actually got, what, $2,000 per player. No tactical timeout here. Hades back in the driving seat. Oh, run boost towards B as well,
Oh,
boys.
let's go, baby.
Just as they push it as well, they spotted it on the push back. Nice communication. And maybe that's the lockdown of the B site. I say that as Allegiance caught out by Minio.
He did not have to commit to that. They had the frag cleanly, and he was looking for that second kill. Unfortunately, a 4-on-4 favors 9.
He might have panicked with the flashbang. Seemed like he just was trying to get in any cover whatsoever. He might not have intentionally fallen all the way down, but he was, yeah, you're right, committed is the right word. There was no getting out of that situation. But as you said, we heard it in the studio. Floppy calling out for the boost as he sees him wrapping around the building. And now things slow down. 9 still spread on the map, so no chance to punish, no chance to take control elsewhere. And they'll have to readdress.
Well, Hades will throw a smoke midway up the ramp just to take away that CT vision, keep them second-guessing themselves, and they're actually juggling over utility here. Kyler with 3 pieces of it, setting up for the full B execution, you would imagine. The smoke has got about 10 seconds left, though. Position himself towards the B steps, knowing they've already found a frag on that side of the map.
The timing of this is horrible for complexity. They have so many resources clearing out A ramp, and it's just going to be Floppy. He does have a smoke for that back pillar if a Molotov comes in, but he's got no one to take attention away from him.
Oh, he's done for. He's getting cooked to the back as well. We'll try and play an off angle. Remember, the Galil in hand as well. Doesn't do anything for him. Another frag for 9, but time is of the essence. If they can deny the plan, maybe they're onto something. And still to commit towards the bomb site,
yeah,
this could get dicey.
This is really interesting.
That's the bomb as well. Hades, what are you up to?
Yeah, he was looking for the flank. I don't think he realized he had the bomb. Oh, this one slipped away from them. They actually never pulled the trigger on the attack after Floppy pushed forward.
Yeah, you've already killed Elise this side of the map as well. I don't know what just happened there. A collapse in communication, maybe just overcooking the pooch, if you will. But it will be Complexity stealing it away. That 4-on-4 was looking so good for 9. They had the execution in place as well, but it's never committed towards the bomb site. What was the other alternative?
No,
going to fall all the way back towards A with 30 seconds.
I guess maybe they were still looking for a reaction after the fact. I mean, they were still spread around the map, you know, but like it felt like they'd already made the decision. They'd already made the call of like, we're just going to throw the smoke A ramp, deny information, keep some pressure here, keep the defense here and hit B. And the hit B portion never came to fruition.
I don't think Hades was supposed to have the bomb there. I think that was what fell apart for them overall, but they will force buy back. Fortunately, also misses out on the first shot, but continue their pressure towards short. It's all gone wrong.
Oh, no worse feeling. Just as you swap to your nade, the enemy's face emerges from the smoke, and now they're just walking in, boosting up. This is your real power position, and if your default, as Floppy is, it's just a matter of time before you release that crouch key.
As well, I think. Oof.
Didn't make a noise either. Gosh, he's got so much pressure being applied to him here.
I think that just gave away his position as well. I think they just called out default boxes the trajectory of the flashbang, so in real trouble, especially if K adds one more onto it. Not able to do it, but he does spot 2. There's Floppy. And the rest of the supportive defense at the B bomb site is just so far away.
Oh, okay, they're both
find.
hitting bangers. Grim finds Kyler and still overextends into Minio. Puts it all onto Halzerk. The bomb on its way. Goofy escorting the explosives to the site. He'll find himself a weapon. They put all their pennies into this one. Halzerk, though, up close! Takes the first duel. Will he anticipate another? Oh, a near miss. Oh, just past the waistband. And that will be 6.
A Halzerk special.
He does get spicy, isn't it?
Yeah, that was his kind of clutch. His sort of play. He knew exactly what was going on, but couldn't find the killing blow. The money shot. 6-3. It is going to be the force buy from 9. They're going to back online here as Minio continues to find shot after shot. And unfortunately, Halzerk unable to connect the quick scope.
And you nailed it, Alex. A little bit of, I think, early movement from Grim there. A 3-on-2 in the retake after he gets that 1 kill, and he goes for a little bit more, goes for a little bit of positioning, and just punished for it, which makes it a much more difficult retake. Could have played the numbers, and those little micro decisions are going to add up as this map goes on.
Oh, what They're so good at Utah. I've just watched them over the course of, what has it been? Yeah, 10 rounds. I've seen them smoke sandbags fully in a smoke, just from muscle memory, and I've just seen them done the same for the close B.
Yeah, it's a really cool molly, of course. There's 2 CTs waiting to receive it as well. No damage done, fortunately, but we all see Elise hearing them towards the A ramp. The thing is, he's got a deagle, but no Kevlar. He would need something perfect to arise, and well, that's actually not too bad. Given a few shots there, but it won't amount to too much. They've got full bomb site control, C4 to go down, and now nothing to save. Complexity in a 4 versus 3 as they look for exits.
Look for one of them guns, or the one gun on the ground from Kyler, but it's being watched very closely. And they'll just have to pause and wait for the full evacuation down the ramp. That might not come because no one's really all that injured. No, it's just a MAC-10. Never mind, they don't need it.
No, not for them. Not for them. Not particularly interesting for them, but a 7th round locked on in by 9. And a real diverse playbook. Yeah, I mean, as you would expect, considering it's at the top of their map pool. But you're seeing, yeah, a really diverse set of rounds coming out at 9. Fluidity to it for sure.
The only thing they really fumbled is just like a 1 or 2 rounds where the B hit in the mid round came a little bit too slow, right? Outside of that, they've really kind of had Complexity outpositioned and outworked on this map. Just maybe a couple rounds where that kind of final piece doesn't fall exactly into place, but it's all good. Up 7-3. No one's complaining about that scoreline on T-side Vertigo.
Certainly not. The dominance continues here. Complexity, they need to be looking to post at least 5 rounds to stand a chance. Even then, it would be a pretty compromised half for them with the context of who they're up against. Back towards the A ramp we go. K has been such a nuisance here. Sliding into the Xbox time and time again. His trademark position, looks at the ground, sits in the smoke, and hopes they overlook the spot.
I think this is the first time we've seen this particular play from an individual on 9 in this half so far. So you want to talk about a deep playbook, just another different way they can attack this bomb site. Alish, he has a little bit of an idea. Maybe that pulls attention away, and it does. K pounces as soon as action occurs on the other side of the map. And now on a 3-on-3, some of the gaps in this defense have opened right up.
Oh dear. Holzerk trying to rotate back out of the bomb site, investigate middle. Gets a lot more than he bargained for. Now Grim will need multi-kills once again. Ooh. Significant damage to Minio. Takes down to 2 points of health. The in-game leader now, JT, left in the clutch. Has nothing to work with, and now no life. Goofy, perfect spot to take him down.
Grim's going to be so mad watching this replay, watching this VOD. He'll be like, 2 HP, what?
2 HP, yeah, no, for sure. But also, I think for Complexity, through their lens, it feels like there's 7 players, 8 players. Everywhere they push, there's someone holding. It's like, why does it feel like there's a whole team pushing us on one site, but they've got every extremity and rotation covered as well?
Yeah, it's a lot of ground for K to get to make up the sandbags without anyone really realizing it, right? They never had the read on the position.
And then Goofy mid, Halsap completely overlooks him.
You could even see in that round, if you go back, as soon as like K gets in that position, like Complexity make their peeks to see what's going on, and they see nothing, and then they shift one player off of it. They've kind of moved people away at the wrong moment because they just don't even realize someone's there. And yeah, that's what can be so frustrating. I mean, on any map, but particularly against 9 on Vertigo, is just someone's exactly where you don't expect it. They have such a good feel for Vertigo, and obviously really piling on the scoreboard this time. 8-3.
Has to be another eco, I'm afraid, barely a partial buy. You've got a Grim MP9, sure, but elsewhere, Deagles, 5-7s, 2 players of our Kevlar, Holzerk full eco for the AWP. Still a lot of rounds to be played here, but 9 have looked convincing to say the very least. A run boost on the CT side, so little gimmick play.
Desperation play?
Yeah, but
one man's gimmick is another man's desperation.
And unfortunately, it's the same result. Opening frag for 9. Good grenade towards the construction area. Yeah, I've got a boost here, but it's the 5-7 of Floppy up top. He's got Kevlar to work with, but not going to be probing for information just yet.
Jason, what do you think? Do you prefer construction or Guardian?
Guardian.
Guardian, obviously the answer to that one.
Okay, so we'll call it Guardian then. Did he make a big play there that I'm not aware of?
We were talking about this the other night. I'm not even sure he played an official.
So why are we calling it Guardian?
Nobody knows.
Maybe it's because the guy doesn't have a spot named after him.
Yeah, we're just giving him something.
He needs one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It has to have been something we picked up from a team, right? Like some team calls it Guardian.
Spot I think it's synonymous with Guardian is like flower beds on an overpass.
That's
CT side. That's where I know him for. That's what I'd call Guardian if anything. But Guardian. But not that one, you're right. Construction makes a lot more sense. Elige, well, he's got himself an impossible scenario once again. 9 have made light work around number 12, and he'll save the AK-47. That's about it. That's all we got for you.
All right, Jason, I challenge you to cast this next round in an American accent.
I think I can handle it.
You got that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take that one.
Challenge accepted. Okay.
Yeah, with great aplomb.
Wow, he started already.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ahead of the game. And it's the only accent I know, Alex. So I appreciate appreciate you randomly picking that one out of the hat.
There's 50-something states, isn't there? You could probably do at least 20 of them.
Yeah, give us a Rhode Island.
Yeah.
You can manage it.
The East Coast intellectual accent.
The East Coast intellectual, I see. Yeah, I don't understand all of the inner workings of the hierarchy of accents in America.
And you don't claim to.
It's
No.
just
So,
Alabama's at the bottom.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. Anything after that is gravy.
It's okay. And gravy's something different over there as well.
Yeah, it depends on where you get your gravy from.
Yeah, you're getting gravy on biscuits over there.
That's white
yeah, they have
as
that,
well.
the white gravy.
White
Yeah.
gravy.
The white
on-
gravy, brown
on
gravy,
stove.
and if you're Italian, it's red gravy.
True, true. Tomato gravy, not my choice.
No, I'll stick with the classic brown gravy.
Oh, Yorkshire puds.
Yeah, can't beat it. Classic combo.
Listen, I'll tell you, Southern breakfast, biscuits and gravy. Give yourself a chance. You know, let it happen. Test it out next time we're in Dallas.
Every util set they're throwing seems valid and useful. I mean, this is a very well-ironed machine, as the saying goes.
A well-ironed machine.
Very well-ironed.
From machine.
And they still don't know he's here. This is the best part.
Yeah, oh god.
Is just like last round at Sandbags, he's had a completely different set of sandbags, and they still have no clue. Halzark's free.
Yeah.
He's so free.
That's so brutal. And meanwhile, the B player's panicking, spotting the bomb. And still, it works out for Hades. 2 on the way in. Bomb site open. Elige disconnected. And he's got to get through 3 very different players' positions. Goofy off in mid. Yep, he's there again. And he'll collect a 7 HP on it. Nine's Vertigo looking very well ironed.
Yeah, it's well ironed to say the very least, Alex, I would say at this stage. Double digits on the T side. You might as well just take us to ancient now.
Not a wrinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a wrinkle inside. It's been well steamed, if anything.
Sorry about that.
We might as well just think about ancient at this point, because you got the specialist on this map on the T side. They've barely given up a round.
It's this. We touched on it when we went into Anubis as well. Like Ancient as the third map. If like Vertigo is one where we're just like Nine's gonna win this round, Ancient's like the one where like Nine's gonna lose this map.
Yeah.
As a deciding one, it could be stressful. An opening kill for Complexity. Let's see what they can do with it. It's a lot of information given up, and the A bomb site is about to be under some pressure.
Yeah, and for once it hasn't been converted to a 4-4 straight away. They can actually reset,
No,
reposition.
but oh, this counter lurk is so
it's actually perfectly
strong.
timed, isn't it?
Just as they're re-establishing, Grim wins a big duel. Okay, looking the wrong way. Trade, it's there. Kyler and Hades trapped in what was a 2v5. They've immediately made it 2 versus 3. And Hades is going looking. You don't need necessarily to give them anything more, but Kyler could take it from by force, up short, headshot angle. Spotted now. Util will force him back. They are making this look threatening. Grim does take down Hades. All onto Kyler for the close. He has Util. We'll get that smoke down.
Yeah, that's a plant at least, Alex.
Flanko coming up ramp though. Elige with the M4. How much will Kyler be able to read that? How much will he be able to predict?
He's waiting a bit too long now. Elige rounds the corner and collects himself a 4th. 4 rounds on CT side. Vertigo a 5th.
Fortunate, I think, a little bit with Grim boosting up as well, catching an awkward timing on Minio. Even towards the end, it's like these really dangerous fights that Grim's having to swing and take at the A site against an AWPer. It all works out at the end, but it was tough.
But this is what I thought we were going to see for the whole half from Cole. You remember their pistol, you know, the second round pushing middle, you know, getting caught out by that Tech 9. Perhaps it caged them quickly, but it felt like their game plan was quickly to be disruptive, to not let 9 get through their playbook.
Yeah, I think, I mean, at a certain point when 9's just beating up on you on the T side and they're leaving those lurkers in weird places and you've gotten beat so many times. Oh, here we go again.
So flashed. Like,
yeah.
Very full flash to the face. Kyler noted. Stylish, though.
And it's forced out a lot of utility early from the defense. Floppy's out of nades. Grim is a flashbang.
Is he going Xbox again? Just going to go sit there?
It's his safe space. JT's been caught out. Nice work. Well, catches K, rather. Hades is a dead man. Should be a dead man. Should be. Molly still burning right at his toes, but he's gotten away on 6 HP.
I don't know how he's alive. He was served up on a silver platter there. If they end up losing this round, it's because of that moment.
They should still be in control, Complexity. They still shouldn't be panicking whatsoever. They have a Molotov as well. You can actually leave that in the passive A player to Molotov the plant if they feel like it eventually comes in. If they hear it drop down, you can play some delay tactics.
So Goofy and Hades have had a meeting, right? How are we going to get a win out of this?
Yeah, final round.
The nice thing is just by being quiet, they make Complexity nervous. They make the defense spread out a little bit more.
Hades, he's hoping Halzerk gives him the fight, and I think eventually he will. 25 and counting.
True. I think he'll hold on. Like, wait for the plant at least before he swings. With Hades alive especially. 15 seconds now, HE thrown in. Looks like the CTs have done enough.
That's the molly. And that's the Halzerk frag. Yeah, patience is rewarded. Down goes Hades, but the bomb plant starts for this clutch, running him down. Yeah, that'll do nicely. A 5th round found, but still looks like we might go the distance. 9 required, just 6 on their defense of Vertigo.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Asus Republic of Gamers, DHL, the United States Air Force, 1xBet, Monster Energy, and Gaming Malta.
It's time for the DHL Drop. Every week, CSGO talent go head-to-head to beat the buzzer. You can join them by typing !DHL Drop in the chat. Answer the questions correctly to get added to the global leaderboard. The higher you climb, the closer to earning a prize you are.
sweep remains supreme.
What's up, gamers? We're back for the second half. Nine have a 10-5 lead against Complexity on their home map here. Complexity still can find the 2-0, but it's going to be an uphill battle. It all starts with a T-side pistol here, and if they can pull it off, you never know. But it's Nine. Jeweler leads 7 guns, Jason. Seems a little unfair if you ask.
Seems a little unreasonable. Outmatched on the other side is Complexity, like they felt most of this map. So yeah, a couple of dualies they'll have to find their way around. We'll see where they're positioned.
There is no kit, however. We'll note that, but just a single flashbang on the CT side. No utility for Complexity. They've gone for the full DM setup here. Kevlar across the board. Night and day compared to Nine.
The boost that Complexity used on the pistol whipped out against them.
And 6 guns here. 6 of the 7.
This could be interesting, as they have actually pivoted away from what looked to be starting ramp. Instead, they're going to be walking out mid, and there is very little resistance here. It's just Kyler who's doing the cursory glances at mid. A lead was sticking out and punished by K.
Ooh, they have to pounce quick. They have to take advantage of that. Any kill that he could have gotten. Hades missed maybe an opportunity to thin it out. Wide open bomb site. Easy plant as Floppy comes in. JT will put the bomb down. And as you touched on, no kit for this retake. Just a lone flashbang.
And a frag quickly. This could fall apart for Cole if they can't hit their shots. Pushing in, overlooking the corners. Hades gets completely overrun, but he hits the shots. And Nine will punish.
Oh, it's a little bit ugly towards the end, isn't it? Everyone channeling down towards CT spawn, hoping they could take some territory, but they check. They don't check the corner, and it all falls apart.
Was the flank really that intimidating that they felt like they had to push forward? Was that just like a plan that they were kind of set on from the start, was to eventually push forward? But I don't know why they would have felt the need to be so aggressive.
Yeah, well, Hades can't believe it either. I don't know what just happened there, I'll be honest with you. No one checked me. I got 2 kills, and that was it. As well, they did get the bomb planted at least. So looking to serve out equal punishment, get the Galils out, and we'll see a deagle for JT as well. Bare bones utility, but they do have some firepower behind it as we go towards middle. Contact play potentially. Elige went down early in the pistol, can't afford to do the same early in this round. Down to just 21 points of health. His teammates are making progress though. Just the MP9 to defend middle, so presumably they have this area under their control.
Yeah, K is an absolute demon on this ramp. T and CT. Mid boost activated. Spotted. Minio has confirmation of a lot of boys there. Nade doesn't look bad though. Bit of chip damage. JT and Grim worse for wear.
Now the nice thing for Nine in this round is they have got full beat stairs control. So they really don't have to worry about that a whole lot. In fact, at any moment, Kyler can just sort of back away and leave Goofy in a tricky position.
Yeah, true. If they walk into B steps, it's an ideal crossfire. Goofy tucked away, Kyler on top of the wooden boards, take the aggro.
There's no pressure to even break up that stack, though. Like, there's not enough pressure being applied today, so they're comfy.
Oh, it actually looks deadly. As soon as he gets his aggro, they're all looking towards his position. No one checks for Goofy, and it's, yeah, perfectly executed. What a setup. Wow.
Yeah, the protocols peeking with the nade as well right at the end of the day. That is picturesque. And round done. Yeah, round's over.
That's 2 rounds as well. Bear in mind, to full eco coming up next as well. So this will be 13-5. Like we said, Vertigo was a bit of a lock-in for Nine. We knew it would be coming today. We were hoping Complexity would show us the anti-strats, would show us some resistance, but unfortunately this pistol, second round force by slipping away, suggests we might be done here.
Yes, indeed, as Goofy jumps right into the final kill, 12-5.
Yeah, I had a...
What was that?
Too. Yeah, no, I don't know. But what would you be your advice for a team that plays one map like Nine do to such a high level? Like if Nine felt like this as an opponent on a handful of maps, 3, 4 maps, they would be surely a contender.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've had this conversation with Hades. I'm like, how have you guys not been able to find out? I think it was in Cologne. I just talked to him and I was like, how do you guys not find a way to like have the concepts that work so well for you on Vertigo and extrapolate them to other maps? And for whatever reason, he said they just feel this map so well. Like Minio knows how to call on it just about perfectly. Everyone knows what they're doing at all times, and they haven't been able to extend that, and it's the biggest issue. And I mean, they know it. Hades knows it. The problem is not having a map pool at the moment.
That flash
kept them alive, didn't it?
Yeah,
Ooh.
it could be onto something here. Kyle is in a lot of trouble, surrounded, but Goofy's at least pull one back in their favor, but now feeling the pressure even more, but rising to the occasion. The USP is out. If he gets one more kill, should seal the deal. Goes down 2 versus 2, but so much damage inflicted towards Complexity. No bomb planted. They're still in a world of trouble here.
Yeah, actually, he did a great job just buying time.
Yeah.
Look how far the bomb is away from Complexity. They have to go all the way to Gen to be able to get that one, so they go for a little bit of cheese.
It's cool, though.
Yeah,
Yes,
boost up over the box, but no one's going to give him this peek.
Yeah, they've got HE as well. Like, this is going to be really
Oh, you're
hard.
right. As soon
Molotov
as
as
they
well.
go for the plant, they can deny it straight away. Yeah, watch this instant kill. Yeah.
The molly for good measure.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was everything, really. That's why they weren't probing. That's why they weren't peeking. They knew you could deny the plant. But we'll see if Elise can do anything with this. It is a 2 versus 1. 30 seconds to work with. Just getting the bomb now would be a bit of a victory, I think. We'll see. Gets up. And that's it. Yeah, nothing more he could do. It will be 13 on the board. It was a little bit more labored than you might have expected, considering up against Tech9 no armor, but still an impressive round for Complexity. Doesn't amount to too much, though. At least they will get the full buy going forward. They'll have the AWP, the AK-47s, but very well done from Kyla. As you mentioned, it's buying time. They're denying the plants. Eventually it does go down, but the round was already concluded.
Yeah, this map might already be concluded. It feels like it's just a matter of 3 more rounds for 9, which, I mean, I guess it is if you reduce it all down, but it doesn't feel like Complexity have a fighting chance of getting back into this in any way. AK's on the board, a Krieg in the hands of Halzerk. Or the SG-553.
As we more
Commonly refer to it.
specifically refer to it. Halzerk's teaching us all a lovely little lineup for himself. And it's Hades. First up on the chopping block, they will nade him out. Nice find. So the AWP goes down with nothing. Empty hands. Kai gonna need assistance. It's Minio that spams the smoke successfully. He's got it all well ironed out. Good shot from Halzerk. Floppy, he gets away. That USP knocks his shoes off. He's only got 5 HP left, but they have the man advantage.
Now, due to the damage in the previous round, there's not a whole lot of money left on 9. They might just call to save this. They do still have Molotov nades, so they're going to see what this utility can provide them, but this is going to be very tough to get a retake. And a tricky position from Elige goes uncleared. It's all on Kyler, and it's time to back away. So Complexity survive, at least for now, 6-13.
Yeah, good job. Good team effort as well. 3 players survive. And the CTs didn't have kits there either, so it was a questionable retake, but wanted to see if it was possible. Apparently, it was not.
They've got some money. You know, K can rebuy. He's got 6K. Hades is at 6K as well. So they have them. So they have some options. I think you'll see like a half buy, or I mean, Minio and Goofy will buy down. Probably just either SMG or pistol and armor. I would be surprised if Hades doesn't just get an AWP at this round.
I think he does get the AWP.
Yeah.
I would say Kyler can drop a FAMAS on the nose. They could get a Hades AWP. K can also drop an M4, but compromise his own buy. So these are the discussions they're having right now. Jason, you're right. They don't have to buy into this one. It's not advised, but it's possible if they really wanted to answer back right here, right now.
I think I don't know. It's an interesting conversation that you can have, because I mean, on one school of thought, you could say we're up 13-6. We got rounds to play with. Like, why force it here? Why even put us in that situation? On the other hand, as well, you're like, we can get a really strong buyout right now. Like, why not battle for it? We're confident on this map.
Well, there it is. The call has been made. It will be a purchase into the round. Hades with the AWP. K with an M4, an MP9 for Goofy, and 5.7 for Minio. So, Kyler dropping the MP9 gives them a buy that could be opening the door of opportunity for Complexity if they give this round up. They'll also win the game if they can pick it up themselves. For now, Hades towards middle. B bomb site has been a nightmare for Floppy. Can't seem to find any sort of purchase on the bomb site whatsoever. Sneaks through the smoke for now. Confirms they haven't got steps control, at the very least.
Smoke from Halzerk pinned. It looks like it could be something of a set piece here.
Oh, they're just going to explode as soon as contact is made.
Got to clear Goofy. Got to clear Goofy. Perfect flash. Oh, look at that. 2 defenders doing the flashbang dance. There's nothing they can do about it.
No, you have to save these guns if you're 9. This time you can't even flirt with the idea of a retake. Your teammates go down so quickly. This is a pair of really nice decisive rounds from Complexity, right? Last round, they kind of get the nade stack and the kill onto Hades over at Sandbags and just continue the pressure immediately. This one is just a set piece. 3 players attack stairs once Floppy realizes it's clear, and they just pull the execute from far back.
Yeah, it's one of those maps similar to Nuke. You can't really run defaults, as it were. But if you do get granted some sort of space like that early on into the round, why not go for the execution? Why not try and get that set piece going, especially when they're on a weak buy as well? As you mentioned, as long as they check Goofy, that would have been absolutely fine. Completely flashed off, and it's in-game leader JT providing a couple of headshots there to secure the round. And they're going to go for the hunt as well. They know CTs are a breaking point here. If they can find one more kill, that would be great. Looks like they will be saving the AWP and indeed the M4. So not out of the woods just yet. A lot more work to be done. Here's the replay though. Does check the wooden boards and indeed absolutely eviscerates Kyla on the other side as well. Lovely entry work from JT. Good flashbang as well to push the remaining CTs off the angle as we find them with 7 rounds. A lot more required here. If they get to double digits, who knows? But for now, 9 might just take the conservative approach. Yeah, 3 eco players.
It's still a dangerous round, though. These saved weapons, right?
Yeah.
Hades get a little bit aggressive. Okay. Oh, the run boost down. So much damage. Kyler eats it through the boards. Dude, but look at the HP on 3 players. This is recoverable, although unfortunately the M4's lost.
Yeah, that would be my point. You know, with the armored 5.7, perhaps it's all right. Goofy, though, with only this USP, it's going to be very hard to find something. This is grim. He's the only healthy one, bar Halzerk. Snappy aim, Minio gets 1, goes greeting for the gun. Elige will put him down. Juggles that AK back away from enemy hands.
Peace.
But with Hades Orb, that low HP, less of a factor. Goofy would have to pop off with his USP.
Could happen. 3 players available. Low HP. Hades to take the aggro as well. Complexity can give this round up. It all starts here, though. The USP would have to mow them down. And for a second, it looked like there was a chance. But unfortunately, only finds 1. It's 8 rounds for Complexity here as they string a couple together. But the money is back online. It's not the most compelling buy, actually. After losing the AWP, they're back to the rifles here. So here's Floppy once again, being a nuisance towards the B steps. Through the wooden boards, kind of gets dropped as well. Elige, preemptive shot to find Minio, leaping off the mid boxes here. A scrappy finish, but they got the job done. And we will see the 5 M4s as mentioned here. So a chance Complexity to avoid the Hades Orb at the very least.
Yeah, and this is where that different school of thoughts come into play, where if you're on the side of you have a 13-6 lead, why even force the buy? You're seeing a little bit of the punish.
Right. Yeah, no, it's not all the trimmings, as it were.
No kits again.
Absence of nades, which is where 9, of course, have got a real advantage with this boost. Yeah, Kai set up for success on this one, and JT's already been spotted. He slipped, though, and now Kai might want to dismount. Never mind, the backpack betrays, and JT's gone. They know 2 short side, and now they know there's a 3rd towards that default box. Information flowing for Cole.
Yeah, and Elige just said, I had an opportunity. It wasn't the cleanest fight in the world. Just bail out before I get punished for anything. Certainly a 3 versus 5 is not something easily recoverable, but he can still have an impact in this round with his survival.
Clean. Even better. Takes 2. Elige has managed to even out the odds with the loss of Floppy on the extremity. They are all here on A. Double smoke. Going through the motions, Molly will remove Hades, but he does take the fight ahead of it. Oh, and Hades gets 2. And he gets away. That is destructive from their AWP, but rocking the rifle. Halzerk, fake plant, expecting a push, and yeah, it doesn't end well for him. Well played by 9. Hades gets an extra gold star.
That might be the last reaction you expect from that position. Hades jumps on the box to avoid the Molotov, and nobody saw it coming.
Double kill from this position. It all started with the boost, though. JT didn't see it coming whatsoever. And you're right, same story with this jump up from the boosted position as well. The double kill secures the round. Halzerk can do nothing about it, and it will be 14-8 here. Money still available for Complexity, but time is running thin. Just 1 more round separates them from map point here. And look at those steps control again. JT will have to push them back if possible. He's done well. They flash back. These steps is theirs, and we saw them execute with this sort of control before.
What are they planning here?
Mission. And There's a lovely gap that JT's put his head in. Kyler doesn't need to go forward, but he's chosen to, and it does mean that they've got the freedom to.
That is pretty much the round. You can't even think about reclaiming territory towards B now. You can send everyone away from the B bomb side, leave Kyler there, and you're in the worst spot imaginable on the T side. What do you even do?
A really cool shift from 9. Third player over, get aggressive, drop down. They're going to have to fight it back, and they know it. They've at the very least, Complexity's got to be happy they have time to come back and kind of deal with this push, and they do it.
What?
They do it fantastically. Grim in the gap and floppy heads-up play. All of a sudden, Minio out of ammunition, blinded, forced back, and Grim's got another before falling, but he's created space. It's Hades who's got to fill the void.
Yeah, the rotation as well. This is great work. Elige, the pendulum that swings the bomb now back towards A, just as K finally gave up his position on A.
What a position as well. Elige is in towards the sniper deck, in towards heaven. So even if they go for this, surely they won't see this position coming, and there it is. The penultimate frag is found, and presumably the round is all tied up because we've got Hades on the other side of the map, AWP, and that felt like a 9-round all day long. They had the full B-side control, the B steps, an amazing crossfire. It's even suggesting that Complexity shouldn't even consider the retake here, but somehow they make it work. They flush out both players, and here we are, 3 versus 1 in their favor.
This T side is so interesting. Like it's actually been very, very good. You have to say, winning 4 of the last 5 rounds. Once this one is concluded, they had 3 in a row there for a second. They've broken the economy of 9. I think the only real question is there actually enough runway for Cole to make this comeback happen? An atrocious first half might not let this good of a T side have the impact they would have liked to change the nature of this game. 9's only 2 rounds off the win.
Here it is. This is how those frags came through. Floppy adjusting into Kyler. Goofy caught out through the boards, and a good flash to finish off Minium on the retreat.
It was nothing crazy for Complexity to break that up. They just went in and found fights and won them both. And yeah, that'll be a little frustrating because if you're 9, you're saying we had all the right positions, we had the advantages, and we just lost the engagement.
No, exactly. I didn't want to start the conversation of a comeback. In fact, I even checked HLTV's win rate probability percentage AI.
What did you find?
It had Cole at 3% winning Vertigo.
That's not very good, is it?
Probably more like 5 now.
Yeah, it's inched up.
It's probably inched up, but you could see Minio's frustrations. It can't, start to affect his calling.
So, just to know here, even though they got the opening pick, it actually has led them to the round loss because they know it's only an orb saved, it's fully otherwise. So as soon as they saw Hades in the A side of the map, they just booked it in towards B, round secure, and that's a weird one. Lose the opening frag and you're guaranteed to win.
3%. Is that as of now? Is that a live percentage?
That was a few rounds
before
ago,
things
before
started?
the streak, yeah.
That was a few rounds ago. I'll tell you what it is now.
Yeah,
it's
what have we
up
got
to 1.7%.
Oh, okay.
Even less.
Gone
when
down.
winning goes down.
They're like, what, maybe 2 minutes behind us?
I'll tell you why. That's because the OT percentage has gone up. It's now a 10% chance of OT.
Right.
Gotcha.
I would say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's not a bad little bot or whatever it is.
It's doing it. It's in beta, but it's the live win probability. I guess it might be an artificial.
Wow, I've heard all about that.
Yeah, me too. Something about going on a journey, a mid-journey of some description.
Nice.
There's a lot of Discord about that right now.
Oh, okay. Discord in there as well.
Oh no! Where would you put the probability at, Henry, of a Complexity win?
Yeah.
If you had to boot
If I
up
had to put, if I had
your
to gun
AI
to my
skull.
head and said, tell us the chances of Complexity winning right now.
Imagine you hadn't just seen the AI probability.
I would say of winning right now, 7.5%.
Okay.
If you had to get an answer out of me.
Run boost across. They're giving them the same taste, the same treatment.
We've seen 4 run boosts in this game.
Yeah, there's a high frequency of them. Okay, feeling himself.
Yeah.
He just spam. Didn't connect.
He has been the king of the ramp on both sides, to be fair. Solid control on the T side. Frustrating backstabs, and now at the bottom of the ramp, getting all the information required with the AK-47 in hand.
Oh, Halzak's a dead man. He's just scoped as well. K knows he's got him locked in. What's this hesitance?
They know the potential for the push is there. Elige would have called that out by seeing what utility was thrown out. He's going to say it's really, really possible. Oh, the hard clear. The hard clear from Elige. And Halzerk's holding for the reaction. Oh, and then he like shoots at the belt buckle.
Oh, Elige gave it a good go, trying to chase that kill, but this angle, they love it so much. Will Grim get an opportunity pre-aim? Whoa! He did pre-aim, didn't pre-fire.
Didn't peek with intent. He just wanted a little jiggle and got a bit more than he bargained for. Molotov is out. Minio stands in the flames, tries to escape, head taken off. Now it's Goofy.
What?
JT delivering some entries on this B bomb site. Kyler's up next, and that's traded as well. And Complexity have yet again found another solution.
How is JT finding these opening kills time and time again? It's Floppy to close things out, and Complexity are still alive and kicking. Looking for that 2-0 here. The final boss of Vertigo is 9 and starting to unravel at the seams here as the money is broken. A tactical timeout is called, and that win chance is going up by the second, Jason. They're up to a solid 14% right now.
Yeah, that's not bad at all from where they were just at. Yeah, that's great. I got to say as well, we touched on Anubis. I want to bring it back in a positive light. The conversation these Complexity players have been having at the opening stages media day of ESL Pro League. Floppy, undisputed best team in North America in his words. Grim, team's been practicing and playing as good as they ever have before with this lineup. All of a sudden, you're starting to see why. Because this is a really, really gutsy half of Counter-Strike, and they're starting to creep closer to making this a reality.
Here we go.
That you know, it's going to keep coming back to that conversation that you two were having about that buy when you were up.
Sure,
so
absolutely. Like, it's always been one of my main philosophies. If you have a big lead, don't go for the half buys. Don't take the risk. Like,
no half measures, right?
Use that buffer.
That's the school I thought Henry comes from.
Have as many
I'm all
gun
about
rounds.
that buy.
Yeah.
have as many gun rounds as possible. Close it out. And for now, you can see them in a very problematic position. They can still win these sort of rounds. Like, 9 have a lot of gifted mechanical players. As you can see on your screen right now, there should be no chance he ever gets that kill in a million years. Ever.
Oh,
How has he come out on top?
I feel so bad for
He doesn't
Grim.
even take any damage.
I feel so bad for Grim.
What?
I can't quite believe he's gotten away.
If they lose,
okay.
I was about to say, if they lose map point to that,
Yeah.
leave a sour taste in your mouth, to say the very least.
K's laughing all the way to the bank. Got a free AK-47 upgrade. Hustling over to the point of attack. Complexity's got some issues.
CT smoke towards the default boxes as well. K's been throwing them out repeatedly, and it really does destabilize. You can see it's keeping Halzak on his toes. He doesn't know what to expect anymore.
Problem is with that kind of a play in T-spawn, like if you're Complexity, your only option is A.
Okay. With that recovered AK, Grim's weapon now could give a very heavy blow to Complexity. They know where the AK is, but they push in regardless. It's JT leading by example, and only that AK remains.
Okay, well handled. JT is really coming into his own as Vertigo continues to deliver here. 12 rounds guaranteed. It's just whether K will save his AK-47 at this stage. Does get himself quite an impressive kill towards the aforementioned in-game leader, but it's 14-12 now. Complexity closing the gap round by round. Their money's starting to swell as well. And 9 finally can afford themselves a nice full purchase. Oh, the tension. The drama, Jason. The gap is closing. The timeouts are diminishing. And 9 might have their backs to the wall here. Here's that ridiculous kill.
Get out.
Yeah. You do it.
Come on. How? Heads up from Elige as well. Senses the boost. And as you mentioned, JT, he's had about 4 entry frags at the B bomb site over a couple of rounds that were incredible. Adds a few more in here to alleviate some of the pressure.
Right to the head.
Ugh.
Double ding. Flying MP9. Sure.
That's the final timeout.
Or as Henry would be saying, of course.
Of course, he's got me.
Of course, he's jumping.
Of course,
jumping
he's
MP9, has he? Oh, of course.
Yeah, that is a bit like me. Full purchase, Hades will have the orb once again. It's starting to drop off in form though. Complexity looking quite solid on this T-side campaign. We'll see whether they can hold it together. This timeout coming to a close soon. 24 kills for K. He deserves them as well. What a performance. What a shift he has put in. It's Halzak at the very top of Complexity with 20 as well. Elige, after a very slow start on Anubis, 2-12.5, has actually showed some great form here as well. Carried them through some of these important rounds. And no more important than this. Round number 27, trying to deny map point 49. Complexity looking to hold on. Currently posted 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, gun rounds have been all Complexity.
Yeah.
Right? Like, ever since round 4, it's just been, you guys are done.
One discrepancy, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 of the last 8 rounds going Complexity's way. Will we see a deviation from that here? A 2-man setup towards the B stairs. It's Floppy Inquisitive.
Same sort of setup we had before. Goofy on the wooden boards, Kyler to be baited in. They've fallen for it once. Will it happen again?
Hellzerg the fade. He takes the fight.
What?
Such speed on that peak. He accelerates into Hades.
He just alphaed that so hard. Just
Here I
swing and
come.
fight. Yeah, he's like, I'm going in. I'm going to win or lose here. And we love to see that out of Hellzerg. Another one into the bomb site, and oh no, Kyler's forced off of middle. Now they know the positioning of K as Elish gets aggressive, and Hellzerg wants this one. Oh, he's got a misread. He's got a misread.
He's dead. He's a dead. A free frag, a 3v3 emerges after all that hard work.
And I only hate that for one reason, and it's because the rest of Complexity was shifting. They're not in a position on the map to do anything else off that play.
Exactly. It was disjointed, to say the very least. The hero play collapses for Hellzerg. He gets himself 2 kills, sets them up at least, but offers himself up for absolutely nothing. We'll see a very strong... That's a kill, isn't it?
Oh, they've lost the bomb. Feels like the round is soon to follow. Yeah, there it goes. Just like that, they concede.
Yikes.
And a tough way to lose it, really, after finding such proactive and impressive AWPing work. It's Hellzerg trying to be the hero.
Yeah, a 5-on-3 thrown away, unfortunately. Like,
yeah,
it's Elish going through the smoke. It's Hellzerg pushing up.
And it's on like educated assumptions, educated guesses, whatever you want to call them. Elish is like, okay, Hellzerg just got 2. There's no way there's a guy still like standing here watching the smoke. He's fallen back into the bomb site. Maybe he's fallen back to play retake. I have a little bit of space to try and make a play, but you get too many of those go the wrong direction because Hellzerg makes one immediately afterwards, and all of a sudden the round's gone. 3 chances for 9, and I bet they cannot wait to get out of this map.
Oh, it's just going from bad to worse at this point. Poor Grim, I feel like he's had every round just cut down to a scrap of health.
Yeah, I think you're right. He hasn't done much here. He has found himself in hot water each and every time. Is this where it all comes crashing down for Complexity? It looks to be the case. 5-on-4, Grim, the walking wounded. He's got the bomb in his back right now. Completely flashed is Elish as K continues his dominance here on the A ramp. Tucks himself in. His teammates behind him as well. They'll continue to probe and push and maybe confirm victory as well as Hades picks up his 2nd kill.
Oh, Elish, off the flash. Hades doesn't seem to be struggling to hit his shots as a 2 versus 5 could be it for Cole.
I think it is. We're all done here. It was a great game, to be fair. Just didn't have enough runway, as Jason mentioned.
Yeah, you go back and you're like, man, I wish that CT side had been a bit stronger from Complexity because the T side was something special to watch so far. This was really cool to see Complexity log this kind of a performance against the best Vertigo team in the world. And once again, they've got another W on it. 16-12. This series is all tied up. One more map remains, and we'll have that underway when we return from the break.